I think it's time for us to start the meeting. I like to say good morning to Father Don, Sister Cleope, and also our dear sis Dr. Belentanko. So it is really a great pleasure to meet you all this morning in this Zoom meeting. Although we are still in our own places, yet we can eat all together as a Dominican family. Selamat datang juga kepada para suster, suster Lucy, suster Florentin, suster Alfonsa, dan siapa lagi nih? Dan semua saudara-saudari yang sudah bisa hadir pada kesempatan.
Brother Theo.
Ya. Khususnya pada pertemuan ini kita bersama dengan chapter Santa Catarina Siena dari Jakarta dan chapter Martin de Porres dari Yogyakarta. Dan tentu termasuk bawahnya. So, great dear Ma'am Belentanko who arranged and make this meeting possible. Today, we have two chapters, St. Catherine Jakarta, with 9 communities, plus the St. Prokerto. Hope after this pandemic, we can welcome our balance to come to Purwokerto, because last time we never visit to Purwokerto. So in total, today we have 12 communities from 2 chapters who already prepared to welcome all and give a very short presentation. At least, although you were not in Indonesia, you can still know us, our activities before and after the pandemic, and maybe also our passion as being lay Dominicans. Not to waste time any longer, let us continue our meeting today, which will be guided and translated to Indonesia if necessary by Mr. Chrysanthus, Brother Chrysanthus Penny. He is already more than 1 year joined our fraternities, and today it is a special day for him and his wife Maria because they celebrate their wedding anniversary. Congratulations, Brother Penny and Sis Maria, for your 11th anniversary. Now, please, Brother Chrysanthus, you can continue to guide this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, thank you, Pak Theo, all the brothers and sisters here, Father Don, Ma'am Belen, and also Sister Cleofa and several others. So it is a pleasure for us to join all together here to share about what we have been doing in the past few years, maybe. Before the visit, no? So I think the canonical visit has been performed since 2008, yeah, Pak Theo, as has been informed, and it's been continuous communication being developed year on year. So we will just go with the detailed agenda that we are going to do this morning. I will be helping in translating and also timekeeping and some others related to our meeting this morning. So this will be the agenda for today, this morning. Welcome remarks by Father Andre. I don't know if Father Andre has already joined here. But it's with by Father Andre or Pak Theo, it's okay. and will be follow up by the opening prayer and also explanation from Sister Lucia. So this morning we have this beautiful mass in Sister Lucia Place, the orphanage held in the eastern part of Jakarta. So we'll proceed with the second. After that, we will continue with the updates from the chapters and all the communities that has been developed in the past few years. Without further ado, we will continue with the next, the opening prayer from Sister Lucia Kusrini. Sister Lucia, ke waktu dan tempat dipersilahkan ya.
Okay, dear brother and sister, let us pray. Dalam nama Bapa dan Putra dan Roh Kudus, amin. Allah Tritunggal Maha Kudus, Bapa, Putra, dan Roh Kudus, puji dan syukur kami haturkan kehadirat-Mu, karena pada pagi yang indah ini, kami boleh berjumpa melalui Zoom, dan diberi kesempatan indah untuk berwawan hati dengan kunjungan kanonik. Utuslah Roh Kudus-Mu untuk membuka hati kami masing-masing, sehingga kami dimampukan untuk mendengarkan dengan penuh kasih dan juga membagikan pengalaman hidup di mana kami Kau beri kesempatan nanti. Kami percayakan seluruh rangkaian acara kami ini sungguh berkenan kepadamu dan bahkan mengembang tumbuhkan hidup kami, seluruh anggota Dominikan yang ada di Indonesia. Lebih-lebih chapter Jakarta dan Jogja. Bapa, Engkau tahu kebutuhan rohani kami. Maka dengan kunjungan kanonik ini, kami sungguh diperkaya dan dimampukan sebagai seorang Dominikan yang sejati, yang melaksanakan tugas pewartaan-Mu dengan penuh sukacita demi keselamatan diri kami sendiri dan keselamatan sesama yang Kau perjumpakan dengan kami. Mampukanlah kami untuk selalu bersandar kepadamu demi Kristus pengantara kami. Amin. Bapak Agung Santo Dominikus, doakanlah kami. Dalam nama Bapa dan Putra dan Roh Kudus. Amin. Brother and sister, thank you so much for your coming. Semoga kunjungan kanonik ini, di mana kunjungan kanonik saudara-saudariku yang baru bergabung, kalau beberapa tahun yang lalu sudah ada kunjungan bersama Pak Theo ya, Pak Stefanus secara real. Jadi dulu apa? Dengan cara
ya,
ada pribadi-pribadi yang kunjungan langsung ke Indonesia. Jadi kunjungan ini akan dilanjutkan. Mau diterjemahkan Pak Mas Kris?
Yes, ya Bu, Sister Lucia. So, brother and sisters, thank you for having the canonical visits It has been a happy time for us to have this visit since several years back when you came to us to share the things that is happening there in Philippines and as well how it will also enrich us here in Indonesia.
Ya,
Berikutnya, Suster.
kunjungan kanonik ini adalah wajib sebagai seorang Dominikan. Biasanya masa periode tertentu pimpinan mengunjungi anggota yang ada di bawahnya, itu wajib. Entah itu 2 tahun sekali atau 3 tahun sekali. Mas Chris.
Yeah, so this canonical visit is required actually by the canon, by the law that has been put in place there, either on every 2 years or every year. Visit from the superior to the fellow here, brother and sister in Indonesia who just newly established. So we are happy for that one. Silakan, Suster.
Apalagi keluarga kita di Indonesia, Dominican Family ini, Dominican Lay ini sudah sangat kooperatif dalam bermasyarakat dan bahkan menggereja itu sudah sangat kental, keberadaannya sudah diakui. Maka perlu dicermati nanti kunjungan kanonik adalah pertama kunjungan hidup rohani, hidup kedominikanan.
So, yeah, we understand that the Dominican lay here in Indonesia has been growing very much, and the members are very much cooperative and also very much active in doing the service, and especially after the acknowledgement from the several bishops, parish priests, and several others. So we see the canonical visits here as a way to share the spiritual life from the fellow brothers and sisters in Philippines. Silakan, Suster.
Juga selain kunjungan yang sungguh-sungguh membuka wawasan hidup rohani, tapi juga visi misinya yang ada di Indonesia itu tepat guna, tepat sasaran, atau bermanfaat untuk semua, tidak. Ini perlu ada controlling.
Yeah, we are hoping that the vision and the mission that being put in place can be, run through in the community here in Indonesia, especially also related to the spiritual life. So a continuous monitoring, a continuous support from the brothers and sisters will be expected. Silakan.
Dengan situasi pandemi semacam ini adalah masa yang sungguh seperti yang pernah dialami pada waktu Bapak Agung Santo Dominikus hidup. Rawan, perlu perhatian, tapi juga kita tidak pernah stagnan. Harus tetap kooperatif, memecahkan masalah ini dengan penuh iman, dengan penuh bela rasa, dengan penuh perhatian agar siapapun yang dijumpai itu selamat.
Yeah. Sister Lucia sees that the current situation in the pandemic era, the COVID situation and so on, is like what happened 800 years back, during Father Dominic's days. There's a lot of the dangers, a lot of famine and unpleasant situation happened during that time. So this one require much more attention, much more support and help, so we can grow our spirit, our spiritual life, our brotherhood, and this kind of things under Saint Dominic pillars. Silakan, Suster.
Maka dalam masa ini yang bisa kita timba adalah yang pernah dilakukan oleh Bapak Dominikus. Ada 3 hal. Kalau kita dengan orang kecil, itu kita sumbang atau kita berikan dengan tenaganya. Kalau agak ke atas, jenjang kedua, kalau kita mampu berpikiran jernih dengan situasi ini, kita sumbangkan dengan pikiran kita. Level lebih atas, kalau kita sungguh sudah dengan tenaganya, dengan pikiran, maka seluruh secara holistik, yaitu dengan hati, pikiran, atau sering dimaknai Papa Dominikus adalah jiwa raga rasa itu dipersembahkan, dikurbankan untuk keselamatan jiwa-jiwa. Ini kunjungan kanonik ini harus sampai pada ke sana. Apakah kita yang ada di Indonesia itu mencermati betul spiritualitas Dominikan seperti yang ada pada berkat Dominikan, itu sangat jelas. Maka kunjungan kanonik inilah kita nanti sungguh-sungguh mencoba untuk memberikan yang terbaik. Maksud saya memberikan atau share yang ada di Indonesia masing-masing komunitas. Sehingga dengan terbuka kepada pimpinan apa yang sudah dilakukan selama ini. Terima kasih.
Yeah. So Sister Lucia says that there are 3 key things that was being performed during Saint Dominic time. The first is actually to give a contribution to the current condition through through the physical presence or effort. So this is the very first level. The second one, by contributing the mind, the thoughts to support the current condition during that time. And the third one is to contribute the heart. So this is the highest one. So it's not only giving out the body, the mind, but also the heart, full hearts. So related to this, we are expecting that by doing all of the necessary contributions, then we can also do the work of salvation of soul, to save the people, to save the neighbors, the families, and so on and so forth. So I think during this morning, our community, our chapter here, with all of their mind, with all of their heart and also the soul, trying to give the best on the things that we have been doing in the past few years. And may Saint Dominic bless us. Thank you, Sister Lucia.
Thank you for your
translation, Sister. So let's give a big applause with Sister Lucia. Let's us be cheerful, and we'll continue with the next. So thank you, Sister.
You are welcome.
So now, as has been informed by Sister Lucia, there will be a adept from each of the chapters and the community. So we will continue with the very first chapter, Catarina Siena, by Pa Stephanus. So Pa Stephanus, we believe, has been very prominent also in the initial development in the Dominican lay in Indonesia. So without further ado, I would like to give the floor to Pak Stephanus ya. Kepada Pak Stephanus, dipersilakan ya Pak untuk sharingnya sama apa aktivitas yang sudah dibuat.
Oke, terima kasih Pak pada Bro Santos. Dan sekali lagi selamat pagi, morning for Belen Tango and Father Don and Sister Clova and brothers and sisters semua. Ya. Sekali lagi terima kasih untuk kunjungannya Mambelen through online. So after 2 years, never seen you again, but we are very kita senang sekali untuk mendengar kembali dari kunjungan dari Mom Belen and Father Don and Sister Clover. Dengan ini saya ingin menerangkan, Bu Ratna ada yang di screen nggak ya? Oke. Mom Belen, yes, I want to explain about the chapter Saint Catarina Siena Jakarta. So, Saint Catarina Siena opened on 2009 and established on 7 October 2016. Dan disahkan di Jakarta di Pejaten, seingat saya, oleh Romo Andre dan juga Mom Belen, didampingin oleh Suster Lucia and Suster Serafin. Silakan.
Ya.
Selama ini chapter dibantu oleh Commission Pray and Study oleh Mr. Lim Damadi, and Komisi Formasi Ratna Wibowo, Komisi Perwataan oleh Bro Winarno Broto, Komisi Persaudaraan oleh Bro Budiono, dan Komisi Administrasi dan Keuangan oleh Sis Ida Laksmi Santi. Oke, silakan.
All of these years, all of the services perform is handled through the several people, as has been mentioned there. For the Prayer and Study Commission by Pak Lim, Formation Commission by Ibu Ratna, the Preaching Commission Pak Winarno, Brother Winarno Broto, for the Fellowship or Brotherhood or Fraternity by Ibu Budiono, Administration, and also the financial part from Ida Laksmi. Not to mention as well, thank you for the sister who have been helping also in the spiritual support for the chapter and the community when it was being performed in 2016 with the presence of Father Andre, Father Junbolo, and some others. Thank you. Silakan, Pak.
Yeah, thank you. 2019 we have 4 community and 2 region with the member at 112. Community Saint Rosa de Lima around 27, and community Saint Martin de Porres 24, and community Saint Albertus Magnus 12 persons, and community Saint Thomas Aquinas 20 persons, and Regio Cimahi around 5 persons, and Regio Saint Augustinus Cirebon around 20 persons. In 2020, from August 2021, added 5 community. Community San Bernardo Scamaca, around 18 persons. Community Saint Pius, or we call PPOP, 6 persons. Community Saint Giorgio Frassati, 5 persons. Community Ratu Rosari, 9 persons. Community Saint Maria Magdalena, 9 persons. And wherein pandemic, we lost 8 persons. So now we are from chapter Saint Catarina Siena, the total members are 146 persons. Silakan Pak Presan.
Yeah, the membership has been growing from 2019 to 2020 up to the August 2021, as mentioned there. The good news is in 2020, growing by 5 new community. From previously, it was only 4 community and 2 regio in 2019. So we are thankful for this one. Please, Pak.
So there's around activity our chapter. So you can see through the photos. 2019 we visited Pondok Boncel, and we were also as Panitia Tabisan Imam Pastor Bayu Roseno. And in 2020, we donate to Hospital Elizabeth in Purwokerto, and we visited and we donate also to Rawa Senang and Panti Reda Cimahi. And 2021, we donate also for the bencana alam ke Nusa Tenggara, NTT, dan juga ke Larantuka. Demikian Ma'am Belen and Father Don and Sister Clover and sisters and our brothers, sisters yang dapat kami sampaikan kegiatan kami selama sejak tahun 2019 sampai 2021 ini. Terima kasih, Ma'am Belen.
Yeah, many thanks, Ma'am Belen. Many thanks, Pak Stefanus, Brother Stefanus, for sharing all the progress being made in the past a year or two. We believe the community has been growing in terms of the number of people and also several other activities being performed. No? Prior of the pandemic and also post-pandemic. Prior of the pandemic, several other face-to-face being performed, whereas after the pandemic, several social activities, which include the donation and so on, also being performed to support the current situation in Indonesia. Thank you so much, Brother Stefanus.
Terima kasih, Pak Kristanto.